Welcome to the Millennial Gen Z Paradox podcast. This is your resident millennial, the anxious one.
This is your resident Gen Z, the depressed one?
No, we did not rehearse that. That's why Hannah's giggling. She's like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
What the fuck are we actually?
No, this is
Honestly,
Abigail. But honestly, true though. Accurate. Which is why we're not going to talk about anything sad and depressing.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about our mental health today. I mean, if you guys want to have like a mental health chat.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Except that we are not licensed professionals, so we can only cry with you.
Exactly. Or just to talk about like what we do to bring our mental health back up, or
Yeah, coping mechanisms.
healthy ones, not awful.
Yeah, healthy coping mechanisms. And overall, just like, what do you do to be happy
Yeah.
and not anxious? I got anxious today. Taking Riku places makes me anxious because I'm terrified that she's very good, but I'm terrified she's just gonna bolt out the door.
Oh, at the groomers?
And yeah, just bolt out of the car for no reason, even though she's never ever done that before.
Luna's never done that before. I don't like taking Luna to places because she has her tail in between the whole time. So she just doesn't like people or other dogs, except for Riku.
Honestly, same.
You only don't like people, only like other dogs, just like Riku.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm chopped liver now. I didn't know that this would happen. No.
But yeah, I just get super anxious about things that have never happened before.
I get that. I've had a dog get off of a leash before.
Well, to be fair, so Riku hasn't done it. She always waits for the command that, okay, we can leave the car. She did that at your house once, where she waited, and I just didn't have a strong enough grip on the leash. And she was like so excited to be at your house that as soon as I said, okay, we can get out of the car, she like tore for the front of your house and the leash just fell out of my hands. And she didn't do anything wrong because I gave her the command to get out of the car. I just fucked up and didn't have a strong... But
I've started giving Luna a command to just go to the door.
Well,
off
yeah.
leash.
Well, and then when we come home, we're...
Yeah.
Park in the garage, close the garage door, and then we let Riku out of the car. So we don't have any, like, at home
You have
stress.
a control environment.
Yeah. It's just when we're going places that give me stress. But at your house, she knows exactly where she is and exactly where to go. And she's so excited to be there. She's like, oh my goodness, I am at Luna's house. I
Get to see Luna.
I cannot wait to play with my friends. So she's not going to go anywhere but the front door.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Luna could possibly like chase off of a squirrel, but the minute I say Luna comes, I know she's
Got that husky hunter instinct over there. I'm not sure how well it would do. She's a good girl.
good girl.
We're blessed with good puppies.
Yes.
And so today, along with the happy topic, we're talking makeup.
Yeah.
Which is fun and exciting because I love makeup. I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, I'm wearing BB cream.
I love makeup too. I mean, as you can see by my lovely face.
Yes, if you are watching on YouTube, Hannah has a full face of makeup.
Well, I don't necessarily do a full face of makeup.
I like your blush.
Thank you. I do a combination of two things. I do makeup by Mario. their cream blush, and then I do a blush topper by Rem.
Ah. I feel like the 2000s has scarred my makeup experience
Yeah.
a little bit. Because it's just a wild ride of nuttiness. That is the 2000s and 2010s too. Like, I didn't know that I needed to be self-conscious about my eyebrows
Oh, yeah.
until, the thin, overarching eyebrows was in. And I'm afraid of razors.
Maybe this was because I wasn't a popular kid in high school.
I wasn't a popular kid in high school either. But
I also just naturally don't pay attention to fashion trends.
But I had a lot of friends that were into makeup.
Yeah.
So that's kind of...
I'm so sorry for how many times I'm probably going to yawn in this video.
Yeah, we're tired, man. It's okay, though. But,
although I actually went to bed, had a decent time yesterday. Yes, my version of a decent time is 11 o'clock.
I know you went to bed when we went to bed.
Well, no, you guys were still watching Doctor Who. When I let Luna lay down, stay down with you.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, I want to go to sleep. I will forget about Luna downstairs.
Oopsies.
And then she was kind of cuddly last night.
Oh, when the puppies are cuddly. Yeah, Riku was cuddly last night too, but not with me.
Well, there's only one person in my bed, so. Well, no, she'll do this thing where she'll lay down, and then she'll all of a sudden, sit up and, stare. I'm all stare at me, and I'm all dude, you woke me up just to stare at me.
Treats.
And then she would go
Mom,
back into laying position.
It's 2 a.m. It's time for treats. Mom, it's 2 a.m. It's time for treats.
Basically.
Mom, treat time. Yeah. Anyway, back to makeup.
Yes, back to makeup.
Yeah, I never really had any desire to shave my eyebrows.
Yeah.
So I just kept the bushy ones.
The funny thing about that, so back in 1920s, it was actually very common. I think honestly they would shave their eyebrows back then because they would do pencil thin eyebrows.
Yeah,
back in the 1920s, which is actually quite interesting that trends just recirculate.
They do, which is kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah. Only if you know how to pay attention to it.
Yeah. But then we went from super thin eyebrows to the very heavy, drawn block eyebrows, which also killed me.
I remember those.
Because I just couldn't fucking draw on my face. So I had no way to have cool eyebrows.
Yeah.
Because I'm I'm not going to shave them. I can't shave them. I don't want to shave them. And I can't draw. So that's why I really like this 2020s.
Natural. It's almost just do what you want.
I mean, that's kind of always how makeup is, but there's definitely a trend.
Yeah, the trend is more natural. It was laminated brows a while back.
I would have done that. I thought about it, I think.
But also getting your brows, I don't know. There's certain things that have come up, cause getting almost like permanent makeup.
Oh, the tattoos.
The tattoos. Like, I think there's even...
That's also weird.
Like, the lip color I don't understand.
I do. That I totally get.
I mean, if your partner is really against you kissing them and having, like, lipstick on their...
Well, then you just always have the perfect shade of whatever you have on your face, and you just, throw on chapstick just to whatever, and then your lips are always done.
Yeah.
It's the eyeliner that I don't get.
But what if people want the perfect wing?
But what if I don't want it tomorrow?
Yeah, but, like, also, one thing I don't get, like, if you do eyeshadow, like, how do you apply fucking eyeshadow?
Right? That's the other thing, where it's like, when you do eyeshadow, doesn't it cover up your permanent wing tattoo?
So then do you just, like, use a Q-tip?
Maybe.
Or, like, a wet brush to, like, clean it up?
I don't know. That seems like more work than just putting on eyeliner every
I love,
day.
like, the cat eye look with eyeliner.
That's kind of old.
That is kind of old. Well, cat eyeliner kind of, like, I think it's from the 1950s or 40s.
Yeah.
Because wing eyeliner was a thing back then.
Yep.
So honestly, that's how I did my makeup in high school. I did winged eyeliner, and sometimes I would honestly wear a red lip if I could get away with it. When we're talking about makeup, and one of my favorite, like, fashion thing was the whole reason why women were wearing red lipstick in the 1940s during World War II was because Hitler hated the color.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he hated red.
He hated red lip because it was... and the whole thing with that was, so... Since red lipstick is such, like, a bold color for women to wear, there's always been a stigma about it.
You're a harlot.
Or a whore.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, that's the same. But, like, that was the thing. And then it kind of, like, came back after World War II. A couple, like, during the early 2000s was that you did not wear red lipstick.
So season 2 of Gilmore Girls, when
Your
Lorelai...
vicious trial.
You already know what episode I'm talking about.
I know.
I'm pretty sure
it was the spa episode.
Yeah.
Where
I'm
Lorelai...
pretty sure the lip color, though, it wasn't like bright red. It was more like
More
Lorelai
like
wore more naturally kind of reddish.
Mauve colors.
Yeah. But yeah, vicious trollop. That's what made me think of it. You're a vicious trollop. You're a vicious trollop. It's a good episode.
It was such a good episode. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why red lipstick was a sign against fascism, was because Hitler hated the color.
Well, yes.
It's not a very conservative color, like, if you think about it. So, like, yeah, it makes sense.
Face baking
was such a huge thing.
Oh my goodness, I went through so much powder in my youth. And now I don't even use any because my face is dry.
I use it when, so, like, with the foundation that I use, sometimes, like, the glossiness, right term. I use that to, like, just kind of, like, blur it. Like, there are, like, setting powders that do certain things. Like, there's some setting powders that are supposed to create more of a luminous glow. And then there are some that are more blurring, more matte.
Matte was in.
Matt was in.
When I was doing foundation. And so I saw this TikTok today of like where to apply highlight, contour, and blush in this V shape. And this person was stitching it for someone in their 40s instead of, someone who was 20, whatever. But it totally took me back of where we were you'd have your foundation on, but then you would like use your concealer and your contour and bronzer and blush to like cover your face, and then it blended out to be like the perfect thing. Like it was like a guide. So it totally took me back to when contour, bronzer, and all those things were like super, super in. But it was like thick triangles of concealer under your eyes, and I was like, yeah, we don't do that anymore.
No.
We just do spots.
But like also like they would do contour like down the nose, contour diamonds there, and then like bunch in the T's. I'm getting flashbacks from watching YouTube videos.
The YouTube, like, this is where you apply all the, and so your face was covered in, there was no point in foundation at that point.
Yeah.
Because you just had concealer, bronzer, your contour, and blush on your face. And then you blended it out, and it was supposed to be, like, the perfect combination of everything. And I could never get it right. So I looked like a hot fucking mess.
I hate looking back and seeing how much like product like so many people like you don't need that necessarily that much. I feel like I put too much foundation on today. But that's a history in and of itself.
So there's a new setting powder that just came out that I just saw a TikTok of that is wet. It is a wet setting powder. Yes, you heard that correctly. So you like touch it and it feels wet.
So is it like a cream?
Nope, it's powder.
But powder is dry.
But powder is dry. Yeah, no. I think it's fake.
I think it is. That seems very fake. Like it reminds me of.
But like the person reviewing it was like, oh my, like it was powder, and she's like, oh, it's powder, and then her finger got cold. Like it was supposed to be cooling, and then appear wet. So and then she was like, oh my goodness, my finger's cold. Oh my goodness, it's wet. I'm like, isn't though? Like, are you sure? 100%. Really though? But then I was looking through the comments, and they're like, oh my goodness, I love this. It gives me such a dewy look. And I was like, yeah, but does it like? So I was like, is this real? So now I have to try it. No. Revolution is a brand.
I like that brand.
But like.
And they have good products. Like I used their.
I know, but I feel old saying, yeah, but I don't think this is real.
I don't think this is real either. Or like it's just some fucking marketing ploy.
But that would go. That would like be bringing back all of the setting powders from the 2000s with this like new 2025, dewy, no makeup look. So it's like actually follows the trend if it works as it's supposed to. I just don't know that it does that. I'm just not convinced. So now I have to go to Ulta and buy it.
Yeah.
So follow up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks we'll try it and we'll see.
So it's kind of funny how YouTube has become like the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well,
it's always been like that. Like there was
has it? Because like YouTube for me felt so wholesome watching it.
Yeah, and then there would be drama every once in a while. So I don't
really get that. Like there, like people just made like Charlie the Unicorn. Like, and like, just
Markiplier watching watching him play Five Nights at Freddy's is so nostalgic to me.
I know. So like, but I don't like now. YouTube has come to be such a honestly high paying.
Yeah.
That it's like the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course there's gonna be fucking drama and whatever, but also you can't fault the person for
lying.
Well, I don't know that they're okay. When we review the makeup ourselves, we'll see who's lying or not.
I don't trust her reviews. I don't trust her reviews, cause
so now we have to do it for ourselves.
Well, no. So everyone, one thing I loved about beauty influencers on YouTube back in the olden days, with Tati, James Charles, not so much James Charles, but Tati, Westbrook, Manny MUA. Can't think.
But like, there's like this whole community.
I'm not thinking Patrick Star. It's Jeffree Star. That's who it is. But it was a community, and their reviews. One, because Jeffree Star doesn't need any company to pay him any fucking money to lie about reviews. He has his own makeup brand, for goodness fucking sake.
Well,
so
do now.
A lot of people do now too. But that doesn't mean that they have to fucking lie. Like,
but who says they're lying?
Yeah, and makeup is everyone for else. But what Tati would do with foundations and trying out foundation is she would check in throughout the day so you would get a fucking wear test. No makeup influencer does that anymore.
That's fair.
That is my issue. Is that no one does any wear tests to back up their point.
Skin is so different.
Yes.
So it's like, just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for the next person, because you could have a different type of skin. And you might not be using the same primer, or you might not be using like all of those things. You can't mix water and oil, duh. So if you've got an oil-based thing and a water-based thing, they're going to fucking clash. Like, it fucking chemistry on your face. Like, watch it.
Yeah.
So there's definitely like a nuance to makeup reviews, because it's like fucking, I don't know, alcohol. Like, some people get like, or like lotion, and like,
yeah,
piercings. Everyone's gonna have a different pain tolerance, everyone's gonna have different skin conditions, everyone's gonna have different blood clottiness to do the, so it's just what's this thing for one person isn't the thing for the other.
Yeah,
that's very,
which is why I think even Tachi would feel like this is what my combination of skin is, so it was a little bit more helpful.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would use primer when she was testing out a makeup. She would just do her basic skin prep.
Yeah. Revelation. Or revolution. Did it say revolution?
Revelation.
I don't know.
It's revolution. Whenever I think of revolution, I think of
it's a powder that turns wet. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But I honestly think I would prefer if makeup artists, those makeup influencers, would go back to doing makeup tests, and just with skincare. If you're testing skincare, you need to test it for at least a week before you do a fucking review. To like actually see a fucking difference.
I feel like there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, though, that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they have been, and we're recording it, and they just have a stockpile of all the things that they've been doing for the last month.
Yeah.
For products, and then are, for content, putting it out in a week's time. And it's like, well, you didn't try it for long enough. Yes, I did. I just didn't put that in the video because things aren't recorded live. Sorry, guys. This is Monday. We're behind schedule, to be honest.
We are behind schedule, to be honest.
Usually we record these week in advance, but actually last week's podcast was also done last minute.
Well, no, it was done on Tuesday, and then we edited
Wednesday. Like, that was very last minute.
Yeah, we edited it. We did it Tuesday, edited it Wednesday morning, posted it Wednesday.
Yeah. So we're the same procrastination. We've been having some technical difficulties that we've been working through. So hopefully this is the final take.
If it's not, we'll let you know.
If it's not, we'll be fine. Maybe.
Oh no, there might not be a video this week.
We can't do that yet, though.
No, we cannot. But we'll have a lot of floopers.
We'll have a lot of floopers. Glitter eyeshadow. I had a lot of glitter eyeshadow.
I still have a lot of glitter eyeshadow.
I feel like glitter is actually coming back.
Or just sparkly eyeshadow.
Yeah. More nude sparkly though now. And less pinks and purples and blues.
Which honestly sucks because sometimes I just want to put a sparkly pink and blue eyeshadow on my eyelid.
Then do it.
But I can't find any. No, I'm joking. There is.
I have sparkly eyeshadow sticks. They come in blue and purple and yellow and
I love
weird fucking colors.
What was it? My brain is not braining.
Well, Hannah's gears turn. Lip smackers.
Oh, we love lip.
Oh man, I went out this week and I didn't get any lip smacker. I'm so mad. I was gonna buy some. Damn it.
We can go for my earlier. Because for Meyer's your best bet to get lip smackers.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I don't know. Target has been really weird about what they put in their makeup area, and it also depends on the Target, and also, oh my gosh.
Okay, why is that? I should be able to. There shouldn't be a different stock. I'm confused.
But also there should.
The Ulta that you go down in the major city.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any MAC products, but the one in the slightly smaller city does. Actually, much smaller city. Starts with a P.
Yeah, but
has MAC products, and the one in the major city doesn't.
But the one in a slightly more major city has.
Not inconspicuous of where we live at all.
No. I don't know why, but this just brought me to my manager being like, why were you I saw you walking this morning in this area.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I'm going.
We almost died multiple times in the city that is not to be named. And then we almost saw a head-on collision in the parking lot. Which I don't understand how it happens because you're literally moving 5 miles an hour and you can't see the car in front of you and you're going to have a head-on collision. Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? And then there were and then
well, no,
I just...
My best friend walked me to my car. I was very confused on whether or not if my car was going to be towed when I got back.
That would not have been good. Don't hold your car towed. It's really not that hard.
There was no signs that said no parking, but there were a lot of signs that would be like no parking at any time, and then like right underneath it, and then we'll have an arrow pointing the other direction, and then there would be no parking between the hours of 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. or 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. And I'm all like, do I park here or do I not park here? Like, what the fuck?
To be fair, parking signs can be inconspicuous.
And I was all like, so I drove around 30 minutes before I found my parking spot.
But, yeah, the town that must not be named was Ulta, doesn't have Mac. But then the much smaller town
Has Mac.
has Mac.
I love Mac though.
Yeah, so Mac, we have a business proposition for you.
Oh, because I was
A Mario Kart themed makeup line.
Yes, because apparently I
Because the makeup already looks like Bill Bullet. So you gotta do the hand. Look at that. There you go. Influencer. But I like it when people do that with their food. Like, look at this sushi roll. Woohoo! I'm like, just fucking eat it. Jesus. Like, do you see the colors in this California roll? Like,
just eat it.
eat it. Like a crisp cucumber.
Oh my gosh, what was I watching? And it was all like me trying sushi for the first time, and like dunks the nigiri just in like a big thing of soy sauce. And I'm like, yeah.
You're supposed to flip it over
And dunk
and dip the fish side in sushi. In the soy sauce.
Yeah, no.
So that then the rice doesn't soak up so much liquid. Yeah, it's not overpowering. That's how you're supposed to do it. But, yeah. So, Mac.
Yes.
Mario Kart. Like, your lipsticks already have the shape.
A bullet bill.
A bullet bill. You just add some googly eyes. And then it could be red.
Yes.
Signature red. And then you could have eyeshadow that's based off of roads.
Rainbow Road. Like a Rainbow Road palette.
Yeah. And like Warrior's Castle could be all like dark browns and reds and earthy tones. Okay, call us. We'll collaborate for a small fee.
Yeah. Because honestly, I just want the makeup.
Yeah, you could just pay Hannah for makeup. No.
Yeah.
I was also big in the really emo Avril Lavigne
Yeah.
black eyeliner, smoked out. But yeah, that was how I did my makeup for actually most of my middle school and high school was. Did you do dark?
No. I did winged eyeliner. And like a sparkly eyeshadow.
Ooh.
And a lip.
Lip gloss is coming back, but I totally don't miss it. My hair gets stuck on my lips,
Yeah.
and then it wears off after I eat.
Yeah, so like what's the point?
Yeah. Or like, just like licking my lips, it feels like doesn't stay at all. Like there's like,
Yeah.
like put it on, gone. Although I don't eat my lip gloss. Okay, but it's just kind of a natural thing that you don't think about sometimes, where you lick your lips, and then I feel like it's gone. So my ultra matte 16-hour stay, just rather wear. Oh, I definitely would rather wear. stupid lighting issue, camera issue, microphone issue, having all the issues. That's why we're filming this 2 days before release.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's kind of...
But like, I prefer a MAC lipstick over a glossy lip just because it feels like it stays on fucking longer. And I'd rather have something that stays on longer than MAC's. Like not the Super Stay by Maybelline, but
Maybe you're bored of it. Maybe
it's the Locked Kiss, like 24-hour wear, 18-hour wear. Fucking love that shit. But like also their matte lipsticks stay on.
What brand?
MAC.
Oh, MAC. I heard Kiss. And I thought you were talking about like the press-on nails. And I'm like, since when did they make a lipstick?
No, it's like Locked.
Have glue in it?
Yeah, it's like Locked Kiss. I guess totally grab one of the things. I always have one with me. They have a liquid liquid lipstick version and a like a bullet form, but like not in a bullet form. I hate that I have a hole in
Easy access.
for lipstick, but that's not what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Cool Teddy, part of their new like cool tone line, because I think it like...
So those were some millennial things that I thought of.
with a little bit of Gen Z coming in there and talking every once in a while.
But how do you think makeup has like changed since the ultra bronzed, baked,
I think it has
super matte?
I think it has changed for the better. Yeah, because I mean, we're just not... It's more natural. But like, you can still have fun with it, even though it's more natural.
Yeah. I definitely think like the foundation and the contouring is different.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot more people are drawing towards medium coverage and light coverage than full coverage.
Enhancing like the beauty that you already have versus changing your face structure. Because ultimately that's kind of like those stupid highlighting kits.
Yeah.
And contouring patterns were to change the structure of your face, and that's just not very accurate. So like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely like enhance what you've already got without, and then having fun with like collection on your eyeshadow and shit. So I definitely like makeup. I think I've learned a lot about makeup. Like I'm not sure, and maybe this was just my own ignorance, but I didn't like really prep my face as people do now.
I didn't really, in my high school days, I didn't really prep my face either, because it just wasn't a huge like thing.
Oh, you definitely knew about like definitely knew about setting powder, but like
Setting sprays
and like primer.
Yes.
Well, just seemed unnecessary, but now I have to do primer. And maybe it's just because I'm old and I'm trying to cover more lines.
Or pores. Like the pore fill. I could go on with like, and I could point out like certain products from
the Smashbox primers.
Oh, yeah.
Are those still popular?
Yes, and they're still around. Like Smashbox is still around to this day. They're a lot smaller, is what I've noticed. Like there's not a lot of stuff. But their liquid lipstick was so good. But I don't think they no longer have the shade that I like anymore.
Yeah, I definitely think I think that like It Cosmetics and stuff has gotten a lot bigger though too. Like with the CC creams and stuff.
Yeah,
like that was like the only thing that they had for a while. It was like the It Cosmetics CC cream. Man, I love makeup. I've been so boring with it lately. Trying to save money and not buy a whole bunch of things that I don't need. But
I don't care. No, I ran out of my Bare Minerals setting powder, which is a shame.
Sad day. What's that? Photo finish. What was it? Laura Mercier?
Setting powder? Yeah, that was a huge thing.
Popular.
Yeah. I can't even, like, I think I have, like, a sample size of, like, the translucent, and it's not even really translucent. Like, not even, like, really translucent.
Not for Hannah, because she's
a ghost.
But, yeah. I remember when there was a lot of, I learned a lot during COVID about makeup.
Yeah.
Because, like, what else were you going to do in quarantine?
I also think a lot of people didn't do a lot of makeup because we were all quarantined and, like, no,
I definitely didn't wear any. But I was watching a lot of videos about makeup. So then when I did go out, it was like, yeah. And it was more about the eyes than anything else because if you went out, you had to wear a mask. So what was the point of wearing foundation?
Yeah. Because then the foundation would just get on your mask.
Gross. Yeah. Those were the days. But do you have anything to add?
Not really.
No?
No.
We cover all of the makeup basics?
I think so.
Of both generations?
I think so.
Nice. Well, there's our episode.
Thank you for joining us.
And follow all of our socials. They're all down
in the description.
Yep, in the description. And we'll be back next week with some more fun shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't know yet.
Yeah, don't know yet. Give us 5 minutes to brainstorm. All right, talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later.
That was weird. See ya.